What? Nah, nah, nah. What's going on? What the hell was that? Shout to Mark Default. Big up the crew inside. Check one, check two. Right, okay. I think we got no music now. Hold on. Oh boy, we're getting there, people. No, it's all good, peeps. It's all good. I got it. I got it. I got this. I got this. I got this. Hold on. Right. Okay, next stat, people. Let's go on to the next stat real quick. Mixtape archives. Now, better be careful with this. Bloody mixtapes before them streaming people get onto me. The mic's echoing. I'm listening to the stream. Right, better be careful. Don't know copyright strikes. Right, let's go. Brain that archives. Hey, yeah, check this tune out, people. Check this one. This is a nice little tune I found. Look. Right, this needs mastering, mate. Bloody hell. Straight from the Amiga. Right, I'll come back to that one. Okay, stream's good, yeah? You guys keep me on the sound check. I'm going to go live now with the proper headphones because I'm listening to the stream and it just lags me out. One, two, check, check, check. Okay, okay, here we are, peeps. Old school style. There you go, peeps. Alright, I believe the stream is working now. I don't know what sort of bitrate we're getting because we were getting 1080p on that other card, weren't we? Shout out to Mr. Anchovy, big up, bruv. Science album is cool. Nice one, bruv. Respect for that. Finally working, people. We're on OBS. I've learnt a lot about OBS tonight, man, I'll tell you. And we got our remote control system working nice. Switching the feed. Yeah, we're getting 480. I know. It's not very clean, is it? We can improve on that, I think, but I'm not sure what we're gonna adjust now because it's probably the bit rate next, I think. But we've done well tonight, folks. We've done well. We're just trying to get this studio system working nice. Yeah. Shout out to Bionic Fred. Stream's running. Yeah, man, love that string. Listen to that string. Boy. Yes, yes, crew. Flavors for the ravers. Shout out to Super Linux Audio. Yeah, man, I'm feeling that switching ting myself, yeah? Coming in like a crossfader. Alright, just tell me one thing, peeps, yeah? I think the sound changes when I go into this view, right? Or are we still there? No, I think it's all good, bruv. It's all good. It's all good. I just need to mute the GoPro. Everything's working, Chris. Just got to get that bandwidth right because I can see that something is encoding wrong. Maybe MPEG or something like that. There's still some tweaks, peeps. But we're going to get this right, peeps. Shout out to Vibration Crew. Yes, yes, yes. I've got my headphones on. Late night ting. Just missing my sub pack. Still waiting on that to land, man. So I think most of the stuff we play has got to be normalized, man. You know what I mean? I've got to get kind of like a little bit more level on some of these older bits. Not so much the brain that archives, but like the new bits and pieces. Yeah, man, little flavors. Beeswax that. I'm actually over here just doing a bit of archiving as well. On the old Omniflop. Anybody using Omniflop recently? You guys have been good, man. You just stuck in there. Through thick and thin. I gotta say respect for that. Little bit of distortion on the sound card there. Still, I can hear some rumble.
Hey, get up, brothers. Don't sit there with your head hanging down. Hey, get up, brothers. I know the ghetto got you down. But there's something I want to say to you. 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 Say to you.
Bionic Fred says, are there any brain progression t-shirts anywhere in stock? I believe so, bruv. Let me just check that out, yeah? Good news, Pete. We've got the vinyl masters ready to cut for the wicked piece of tune. Right, let me see what's going down. Alright, that's my PC. That's my Mac. Don't worry about that. That's a normal problem. I think it's to do one of these hybrid drives. It doesn't like it. Yeah, so we got the brain progression. Oh yeah, there's no brain progression t-shirts. Alright, I'll show you a link, but I'm going to get them up on Samploids as well from tomorrow. $23.08, peeps.
Noise.
Right.
I get down to the rhythm of the hip hop. Boy, they got this two bot. Boy, they got this two if you wanna make
Yes, crew. Just looking for those Brain Progression t-shirts to give you a little link. Right, man, where they gone? Ah, here we go. Brain Progression t-shirt coming right up. Yeah, that's a good idea. Super Linux says maybe add a permanent link to your merchandise in these live streams. Yeah, man, good idea. I'ma do that. Alright, I'll put a link in the live stream description now. Rolling true. TB says, glad the sound got fixed. Just making some improvements, mate. That's basically what it is. There's a lot of bass, man. I'm hearing rumble in my headphones. It must be my sound card. Hold on. Yeah, some over business going on there. There you go. That's better. Yes. Check. Yeah, lovely. Fire. Vibration Crew says nice little stepper. Big up. If you're getting any streaming issues, let me know. There's still something not right. Because there's no way we should be getting 1080. We should be getting 1080p here. And instead we are getting 420. And the live stream has some issues, like bandwidth wise, so we're throttling some sort of mad amount of bandwidth. TV says Busy would like to hear some of the 91 style tunes when you were playing earlier. Oh, okay, you mean like the housey things, yeah? Alright, you mean like my first bits and pieces that I made, yeah? Do you want me to pop some of them on now, peeps? We'll flick through that before we just roll out, or what? Yeah, 480, man. Anyone else in with the TB on that one? Want to hear some of them old demos? All right, let's go to the demos now, peeps. So we're going to jump on that. Go back into there. Where were they now? Let's go back here. I've got me somewhere. Demo archives. Right, check this out. Okay, this is nuts, man. All right, look, check this out. This is an old 1992 radio ad.
Mythology.
Sunday the 29th of February. With the Cool FM crew.
And it was made on Amiga.
With the solid groove. Mythology.
With the Cool FM crew.
From Sunday the 29th of February 1992 and every Sunday thereafter, Cool FM 94.5 in conjunction with Solid Groove Productions presents Mythology. 8 hours of the finest in hardcore rave music every week with a lineup of London's best entertainers. On the decks, Busy B, The Specialist, Smurf, Buzz, Blakeski, Babyface, MCID, DJ B, The Chemist, Simon D, The Fixer, Rough Cut, The Hornet, DJ Sly, Adrian H, Bookie and Koji,
TV,
Red Alert and Pepsi, plus guest appearances appearance by DJ Randall, DJ Connie, DJ Helium and DJ Clips, plus live PAs to be confirmed. The venue, the Palm Trees Light Spot, 169 to 171 4th Street, Edmonton, London E8, opposite Safeways near the traffic light junction. Admission super cheap. All of this for a mere £5 to members and £7 to non-members. Doors open 8 till 8. For further info, telephone 0860 395
0860,
or 081 539 9787. Please park sensibly. See you there.
Yeah, I remember the early Cool FM days, man. Smurf and Eastman, all the crew, man, back in the day. Nuts, mate, nuts. Right, so that's an early ad, yeah. So I'm giving you guys the early ad. So don't try to go to that rave, yeah. You have to go back in time to go to that rave. Right, you can hear the hiss coming off of that tape, man. The recordings have got so much better over the years in terms of like hiss and stuff, man. Right, I'm not gonna stream this mixtape. Now, Dark Moments demo. Check this, old school demo. In the building. Yeah, bruv, on tape. Dark Moments demo. Dark Moments demo. Flavor. This is some never heard before ting. Old school. Long time ago. Back to the future. Actually, if I put this through my DDJ, through the Pioneer mixer, I could probably boost it a little piece. Shout out to Toby Bayliss. Man, so glad we got OBS working. We're going to get this thing crisp, man. I'm telling you. I can feel it. This is just one night's work, yeah? Imagine another night's work again on it, messing about the bandwidth a bit. We can tweak it, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's saying, all right, saying up the gain on the music. Right, okay, so here's the deal. Let me get the old Pioneer record box on. Then I'll have a little bit more gain. Because iTunes is maxed out, bruv. Maybe getting a better GPU on my computer might help. On the other computer. Because it's using some cheap one at the moment. Yeah, let's get in the old record box, dude. Then I could fire on something through the mixer. Shout out to Mr. Anchovy. Says Dark Stepper free tune with Science album is wicked. Cheers, man. Glad to hear that. I was not sure how that was going down, that one, to be fair. Right, let me just stop iTunes. Take iTunes out of his misery. And I'm going to give you guys a bit more gain on this, yeah? Wow, look at that waveform, man. No wonder it's not sounding loud. These tunes need normalizing, bruv. Right, where's the old iTunes? Let me stop that. Right, let's try and play that now and see what we get. I've got so much crap on top of my DDJ at the moment where I've just been in the science lab trying to fix things up. Right, here we go. So what we got? Something gonna play here or what? Let me see. Yeah, look at that. We got it. Hear that hiss, man. Unbelievable. But we got gain though. Give it a little speed up there, a little piece. Anyone ever bought this program, Translator? It's pretty good, you know, for archiving Akai stuff. It's not an advert, by the way. It's me just sharing some information and love. Dark Moments demo, peeps. Imagine that, man. I could probably mix this now, bruv. Imagine that, mixing a tape recording. Oh my days, man. Mixing a tape recording, peeps. That'd be pretty nuts, wouldn't it? Shout out to Bionic Fred, says bassline. Bassline. Bow. Right, man, my recorder's on. I wonder how long that's been on for. That's been sitting there doing nothing for a couple of days, bro. Yes, Chicken System Translator. Wicked, innit? Distant Planet said Chicken Systems Translator. Yeah, I think I mentioned that to you before. Yeah, it's good, man. But they took ages to send me the CD. I'm telling you, it took about a month. And apparently it was something to do with NAM, but they just like shut down the shipping operation. And everyone went, NAM, man. So TB says, so what was your earliest tune? Do you remember? Well, I was playing some of that stuff earlier, wasn't I? We're talking like going back before. Right, I'm gonna go back, man. I was playing some of that stuff earlier, wasn't I? Where is it? Demo tape. I'm sure it's not mixtape archives. Can't be. I think it was in the demo tapes, man. That archives. Let me just have a look, quick peek here. I'm pretty sure it's this stuff here, man. What was it called again? Jungle Guidance EP. Look at some of this stuff, man. Nuts. Retro Samples USI demo. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to drop USI for now. I'll give you a touch on the USI stuff, and then I'm going to find that thing we was messing about with earlier before we got hijacked. Alright, I'm going to find it, peeps. I'm going to find it. Let me just get this going here. What was that? Hang on. I've got the same thing on two decks or what?
You are about to be entertained by the sounds of London Underground.
Is that how I used to go on? Bit of tempo, come on. This is when everything was bleeps, bruv. Before DTI took your rig. Right, I'm gonna find it. There's an old school busy unknown tape, but I'm gonna find it. Hold on. Some proper early retro stuff, man. Yeah, the bleep was big back then, man. Big. Do you reckon the old bleeps could ever come back? Well, look at Darude Sandstorm, man. That was a massive tune. That's all bleeps. Yeah, 1989, 1990, I'd say, easily. Demo tapes, found it. Let me just copy it so I can find it easier. Double kick is nice. Yeah, it's kind of different, isn't it? Can't even remember if it was deliberate or not. You know what? I think I actually found this on the Amiga. I'll pull it up when we get this whole thing going. I'm going to pull it up. I've got to get the next gadget. Yes, peeps. We are back, man. We got the screen swap. Lovely. Simple thing like that, man. Took me weeks to get it going. That's nuts. industrial sounds, man, for real. Oh, oops, sorry about that, peeps. Hope I didn't wake no one up there. Alright, let's flip for a few more, peeps. Let's flip for a few more. Right, so we got that. Oh, I want to find them early demos you guys were asking for. So we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna revisit that in a bit, yeah. So Dark Moments demo, USI demo. Oh, here we go. Right, so we want demo tapes. The Kicking album. That was it. Kicking album. That's what you're looking for, guys. Kicking album. This was called Ragamuffin Business. I actually remember that. I need to chop this up into tracks. Let me see if I can get any clarity out of it. It's so mad. Like when I listen to some of these. Oi, what? Hey, behave yourself. No, it turned into drum and bass right before your eyes. Look. Oi, stop. What the hell? Alright, okay. Technology. Yeah. Let me see what's going on here. Something to do with this. Look. It says 133 beats per minute. What the hell? Bad. Just need to aim in on it now. Come on, behave yourself. Fix up. Right, come out of there. Wow, what happened there? Just all of a sudden decided. Let's try again. Yeah, there you go. 130 beats per minute. Thank you. Alright, let's get Gabba mix. Yeah, for real. Alright, check this one. To understand this, you have to go back, yeah? You have to go back. Man. Every time I play this tune, I'll just start talking about all them old Sims and that. Retroness. See, while we're here, look, this is the motherboard that I've actually got at the moment, using for my streaming PC, for my Omni floppy, for my SCSI to connect to my Akai. If you look on this motherboard, it's probably borderline just before we crossed over into all these high-tech boards. So this one's got what makes this special for doing old school is you've got two PCI slots. You've got as well as PCIe, so you can put a new graphics card if you want to do anything up to date. Takes Windows 7, 32, 64-bit. I'm running 32-bit on there. You can have SATA, you got IDE, and it has a floppy disk controller. In fact, this thing's got two floppy disk controllers. Look at that. So you can go proper retro, bro. And if you're really savvy, you can do a dual boot if you want. 64-bit, probably take Windows 10. That's your motherboard there. Memory for this is cheap as chips, about £7 for 2 gig. DDR2, PC 6400. What do you reckon, peeps? Hear that tape? Imagine if one day we can get a plug-in that can turn this into like 16-bit audio, man. That would just be dark. Take an old tape and make it sound like clarity. Because I've seen like things on the internet where you can take an old black and white picture and put colour into it. Imagine if you could do that with the sound. That'd be deep. Shout out to Machina Music. If you ain't got ISA, raw man. Hold on, PCI, ISA. Wait, has it got ICA, ISA? I think it's got one old school port on there, right? ATX, PS2. Wait, no, I think I passed the ISA section if it has got it. No, it hasn't. I know it's got one old retro, just PCI and PCIe. Yeah, no ISA, bruv. That's a tricky one. They need to make an old school retro board, man, for the retro enthusiasts that can just be sick but have old technology. So mix best of both. In it matter, old technology goes up in price when it gets kind of really old. Control F to search. Interesting. Let me try that. Control F. Ah, up there, yeah. Oh, cool. I like that. Okay, next one. So we was talking about the old Yamaha PSS 790. I think I had one of these as well. You can hear that tape chewing up there. Yeah, this all this was done on that Amstrad recorder. Let's bring that in there. Remember the old Amstrad computers, peeps? We're going back some now. Amstrad 8-track. You guys know Amstrad is like Alan Sugar, right? Shout out to Dougie D. Says nice tunes, man. Rah, man, that's so mad, man. Like all my old tunes, man. This is old. This is old. It was done on this, man. Look, this one, the bass was recorded on the one of this channel. The drum machine on that channel. That little beep, as you can hear the mistake playing it there, is live, recorded down. And then when you run out of 4 tracks, yeah, you had to do this thing called bounce, where you play your track and then you bounce it to the next tape deck up here. And then you start all over again and record and record. And the more tracks you recorded, the hissier it got, until you could barely hear the tune. And that's where you had to start using all the chrome tapes and stuff. Definitely 89, 90. Tomorrow we're going to do a nice little live stream here, play some tune, have a little mix up, go back into the Brain Data archives, play the ones that you haven't heard yet, so on and so forth. Dougie D said my pal had an Amstrad mixing record player. Yeah, man. That's the old days there, bro. Not to mention some of the old retro games. Nuts, bro. Nuts. Donkey Kong, all them games. Big. There's some collections out there, man. People selling up all their old retros now. So there we go. So we have that one. Let's see what else we find on here. Listen to that. Listen to that mains hum, man, on the left speaker, really. See, what I used to do is sample loops from vinyl and then add stuff to it on the tape deck, and that's how I used to have my fun making the music. And then my buddy Robert, he walked in with Octobed. And he goes, you can make music with this. And he was tech savvy. He wasn't a music man, but he was tech savvy. And I said to him, show me how to use that. And he showed me Octomate. And I didn't stop using it for like 10 years, man, 15 years plus. And here we are today, man, playing you these tunes. Time just flown by. And it's a long time ago. I can't say it feels like yesterday. It was a long time ago. Yeah, man, vinyl samples by Nick Fred says are the best. They do have that little chunk to them, man. Got to quickly save an archive here that I've done from the DATs. This is that Soul's House sample, completely out of time. Some old school samples on this hit CD album here. Nick Fred says wicked. I'm actually surprised you guys are digging these kind of tunes here, man. That's like wicked, man. It's nice to know that, like, you know, the versatility is like appreciated, man. It's good. You can even hear sometimes I'd mix in vinyl from the turntables on one of the tracks, and that's another thing we used to do, is just mix a record and then put on with a drum machine on the top, add some samples, like, you know, when you used to get them bones breaks and all them break beats, like the end of a tune would be like a bonus beats and that. Sometimes this were bonus beats and we just put the drum machine and mix it in, so that you can hear the bonus beats and the drum machine mixing in. Dougie D says he misses these tunes, man. Yeah, innit? These were the days, man. Yeah, what's it? Richie Rich, Soul's a House, Fast Eddie, Bones Breaks, yeah. And what about the old Ultimate Breaks collection, man? There were just enough of them, man. People just have boxes of them and just like say, yeah, look, man, I've got the Ultimate Breaks collection, man. You could probably fit that all on like flipping a USB now, no problem, man. But then them times there was like a big record box. Wicked. Machine and Music, big up, mate. Old school retro business. It's a bare bones drum machine, probably the HR16 or whatever the case may be. Right, let's see what else we got here. This one's What You Gonna Play Now. So what are you guys using these days to make your tunes? Are you on the Mac or are you on the PC? Logic on the Mac, yeah? Yeah, you know what? You just reminded me, Toby. I was thinking, like, because I want to get, like, a little schedule going, yeah? And I was thinking, like, midweek, we can have, like, a DAW session like we did last week where we had the Renoise. Like, next week, we could probably do Logic and have a little vibe in there. You know, where we just talk about sequencers and, share ideas and, learn bits and bobs. Super Linux says on Linux, Mint busy, nice. Don't forget about Linux. Yeah, man, boy. You know what? I've never seen Linux running software, man. I bet you it's really smooth, isn't it? Dougie D, PC, Cubase 5, EMU E5000. Nice, mate. Hey, tell me something, Dougie, yeah? Is the EMU 5000 the same as the EMU E6400? Because I've heard if you upgrade it, and it's upgradable to pretty much an E6400. Is that right? Tell me. Jamie McDonald says he's running PC Renoise Ableton for mixdowns. Nice, brother. Yeah, you see, that's that thing. Like with what I was doing a lot of that before, where I was building the tunes in Renoise, and then I found the arrangement section quite confusing to get my head round. But I'm in it now though, and when I play down so many tracks where I couldn't figure it out anymore, I would just do the export thing, and it can export stems, which is beautiful. And then once it's all in audio, you can do a lot more with it and manipulate, etc. So yeah, man. You know, take my hat off there, mate. I'm on the same thing now and again. So now and again, I think I've had enough of this in Renoise, or maybe like it's done so much stuff and like it's got so much plugins running or whatever, and your computer's starting to like lag a bit, and you just say, yeah, let me bounce that to audio and finish it off because it's getting a little bit wild in here, man. So yeah, that's what I do sometimes, for real. Toby Bayliss says, yeah, that'll be sick busy. Cool, man. Yeah, we'll jump on that, man. I gotta say, I'm a bit, might be a little bit rusty on the old Logic because I haven't drawn for it for quite a while, but I do remember it, man. Bionic Fred said, I sold my studio gear. I'm itching to get back into it. I was a Cubase man, stopped making tunes when Cubase X was new. Don't tell me you done the same thing as what I did, bruv. When Cubase, all right, so you just brought up a really good subject there, yeah? When Cubase, right, went from the normal 3.1 or whatever to Cubase SX, yeah, it was a complete shift to the point where I got mad at Steinberg because I said, how the hell could somebody update this to the point where somebody who used it constantly for 10 years plus hasn't got a clue how to use it? And I went, hell no, I'm out. And I went to Logic and I was rolling up on Logic for time. Big up Dreadlock Holmes. Still there, bruv. We're working now, we're working. Gonna come up tomorrow for the live stream. What are you saying? So, yeah. So Cubase SX was nuts, man, and I allowed it for a long time. I didn't bother with it anymore. I just thought, no, I'm not gonna deal with this no more. I went on to Logic. We rolled out in Logic. Logic was perfect for the studio. It knew the groove, everything you played. It was just nice. Like, it knew every rhythm that you played, man. Like, you know, the quantizing was easy, man. Whereas Cubase was just kind of square, like robotic with the beat. Like, and you had to go in to do some flipping mathematics to get a groove quantized. Whereas Logic was like 64 T whatever, blah 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 blah. But then my mate Nam1 come up to hire the studio. They said, I'm using Cubase SX, man. This was after a good few years of using Logic, and I was like, man, what are you doing, man? He's like, yeah, man, this is a sick piece of program, and like, he gave me a little run through on it, and I was like, you know what, this is all right, man. And I started getting back into Cubase because the audio side of it, man, is what pulled me in. I just love the audio. In Logic, I don't like the Logic's audio editing. I've got to be honest. Some people might not agree, and fair enough. But, you know, every man for their own, man. You know what I'm saying? You can probably do the same thing what you could do in Logic. But I like the audio for me, nothing beats the audio in Cubase. Because out of all the DAWs I've used, I would say Cubase is just sick, man. You can just chop beats up. And the more audio facilities I saw, it started to make my job easier, and we switched over to Cubase. And then Marlon come round and he started showing me what he was doing in Cubase, and I was like, hell yeah, this is the Don Dada for chopping up, putting your beats in audio, cutting them up, doing what you got to do. Heavy business. And then came Renoise. And then I started building tunes in Renoise because it was a tracker. Actually, I started using Mod Plug Tracker first of all. And that was alright. I ain't gonna knock it, you know. And then after the Mod Plug Tracker days, I found Renoise, started using this Renoise program, thinking, you know what, this is like Optimed. And like, the thing is, there's a difference for me in producing on a tracker program and producing on a DAW. Like, I mean, they're all DAWs, aren't they? But you know what I mean? Like, how can we call it? If it's a tracker program, what do you call one that spreads out long ways? A landscape, a landscape DAW. I don't know, a tracker DAW on a landscape DAW, bruv. Yeah. But anyway, these landscape DAWs are different to produce because you got to go through a lot of rigmarole to manipulate stuff. Whereas in Renoise, you load a sample and you can just twist the hell out of it and create a sound in seconds. Now, I'm not trying to say you can't do it in any other DAW. I'm just speaking from my own experience, right, and my own preferences. I've had a go on Ableton Live. Ableton Live is a clever piece of kit, man, and I love the way it times things up. And I built a couple of little beats on there back in the day. I had a little go on it. You know, that's one thing about people that want to learn to make music. All you've got to do to get to know how to make music on a program is learn how to make a tune, just one tune. And by the time you finish that tune, you would have learned the process of building a track. That's always how I used to look at it. With every single DAW is, right, let me build a tune on that DAW. And by the time I finished making that tune, I would have known how to use that DAW. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of deep stuff you can learn over time, and you stumble on stuff and bits and pieces and stuff like that. As well as that, Bionic Fred says SX was so expensive, went to Turnkey. Remember Turnkey? Is that still going? It's probably online now, isn't it? And brought a cheaper Cubase SL2. The bloke said it was the same as an SX, but no 5.1 surround. But then who uses 5.1 sound unless you're doing like score editing or, you know, for films and all that stuff? You ain't going to use it, are you? Unless you're one of them DVD, you know, Spielberg kind of people there. Let me go back a bit. I think I missed a couple bits. Super Linux Audio. Enjoying Bitwig. Yeah, that's another thing that pops up, man. But Bitwig, isn't that bucks though? That's expensive, isn't it? The old Bitwig. This one's called Stump to the Beat. It's come back to me now. Let me see this Bitwig, man. Don't forget the Apple F, mate. Let's see what that gives me. Gotta get off this 480p business, man. It's not in it. I think it's to do with the encoding, man. Something to do with this, you know, the JPEG or whatever the hell it is. Bitwig Studio Keyboard. Oh, sick. Let's see. So let's check out the old Bitwig. Yeah, that thing looks colourful, bruv. It does. But again, how much is this going for? Because, like, if there's a free demo, I'll have a go. But, man, seriously. I've got so many DAWs now. I don't be needing to pay another 379 euros, man. Serious thing. Or even the 150. Look at that. Nah. Pass, mate. Pass. Yeah, Machina says the same thing, enjoying Bitwig. Yeah, for real, man. I'm on the opposite side of that. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend that no more DAWs, man. Serious. If they send me one for free and I review it, then that's me, Dread. I'm on it. Barnett Fred says, does Keybase still have a dongle? Yes, mate, it definitely does, man. And you know what? That's another thing you just made me remember, yeah? Dongles, man. Oh, my God. Do you know dongles, right? And Steinberg's dongles, they run out of memory. Can you believe that? And, like, I ain't knocking Steinberg, yeah, but come on, how much memory does a flipping program take up, like, to authorize, yeah? And, like, for every kit you download, you get limited, probably about 5 dongle spaces, and after that, you've got to buy another dongle. Super Linux says, busy getting Bitwig. Andre Lima, shout, mate. How you going? You're good? Big up. Renoise is much powerful than much of the traditional doors out there. I mean, do you know, I want to agree with you, but at the same time, you know what I mean? There's people out there that can do some dark stuff in other doors, man. Like, so I ain't going to knock it. And, like, I can do, but, like, I find it's more time consuming. Super Linux says you really need a good. He says his Renoise skills are on track. Workflow is terrible on it. I love Renoise, but my workflow is terrible on it. You really need a good memory for all those keys. Well, you must be flying, brother. That's all I've got to say. Big up to you. Jamie McDonald is the way forward for running samplers, no lag with Ableton. I was getting crazy MIDI echo with Ableton. Yeah, I noticed that. That was something that was really weird. I remember finding a bit of a problem syncing up MIDI to audio. I always remember that's always been a bit of a problem. What it's going to be like now, I don't know. But, you know, I'm stringing up my Akai and building my tunes through my Apollo, and it seems to be okay so far. It's a bit spongy, but you just got to take the latency down, ain't you, on your sound card, I believe. So that's another one out of the way. Let's have a listen again, see what else we got. Or is that the end of the tape? No, it's come back in again. Hold on. Get rid of
Then service strategies, and so in the short term the effects will be minimal.
Right, so imagine that. Now what you're listening to there is what I actually went over that was on the tape before I put that down. So there you go, peeps. That's the end of the tape. So guys, Mrs. has got to be hitting an appointment tomorrow. I've got to be at work tomorrow. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to power down the old Dow. Maybe see if we can make a few improvements. And I just want to say big up to everybody for being involved in the session tonight. Yeah, we're going to be been a bit of a tough, bit of a mad night. And, you know, it's really, really cool hanging out with you guys talking about tech, man, and stuff. So, yeah, this is becoming a nice little community, man. And it's good to see you guys, you know, involved. Yeah, Grubby Salad Man says, yeah, glad, you know, I'm glad that the stream's working now. I feel that's not working as well as the other card. So it's a settings issue with the other card. The other card's got different settings. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to look, I'm going to try and duplicate the way that card outputs in OBS. And if we can get that set up, doing that sort of thing, then that would be sick. I think it's got something to do with H.264, blah, 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 blah. So, guys, with that being said, let's give away a T-shirt. Not one of these, by the way, because these are specials. These, just to let you guys know, this T-shirt I've got on at the moment is a special for the... you can't really see it in the dark. This is a special Brain T-shirt for the Kickstarter project, for those who vouch for a T-shirt as well. So I'm going to be doing these limited edition. I've got a print on the front, little print on the nape saying official supporter 2018. Down the bottom is a 3D print. The 3D print is going to be numbered 1 to whatever T-shirts are sold on that day. So it's going to be mega, mega, mega exclusive. Yeah. Mega exclusive. I may have some of these left over for the website because obviously everyone supports, shows love, so the opportunity is still there. And these are going to be put with swing tags and also bagged up in special bags, so they're collectors. And I'm doing them on some real special t-shirts, man. Real special, nice. They just feel lovely. These are real quality, premium stuff. So yeah, just a heads up on that, peeps. You lot, I'm talking. You lot see me my back, man. I'm looking the opposite way. Hold on. Well, got one more camera. Got more cameras to configure, people. But yeah, you guys have been awesome. So with that being said, let's give away a t-shirt. First person to spell. Gonna give you. Let me see. What shall I give you? Okay. First person to tell me. Look, what am I doing? I'm baiting it up. Look, I'm on the wrong screen. Look. Right. Let me get a trivial question. Gonna dig one up here. I haven't got anything planned. Hang on. All right, let's do the first person to spell. First person to spell flipping. No, not flipping. Right, here we go. Make it easy for you. The first person to spell gets the t-shirt. Yeah, first person to spell the word. Yeah. First person to spell the word. Nanosecond. Dark Spin, that's you, bruv. Hey, shout out to Eric Marquez, man. Big up, bruv, man. Big up. Shout out to Alex. Alex, big up, mate. Yeah, so the winner is Dark Spin. You're the winner of tonight's competition. So what you do, bruv, is email me at thebusybeescience@gmail.com for your t-shirts. I just hope everyone's been getting their bits and pieces together. I say big up to everyone. I'm going to link you guys tomorrow night. Take care. God bless. Peace. Got to get a remote control for stop streaming, but I better be careful with that. Peace out, peeps.